Darkness into light, darkness into light. Warning, this video may include some bad language. Bad language coming forward because I need to utilize the word in order to address the situation. So, the President of the United States used the word son of a bitch, the term son of a bitch, in order to refer to Chuck Todd, not Chuck Schumer. Chuck Todd. I had this confused. This is my third take. So Chuck Todd's mother was considered a bitch by the President of the United States. Now I'm assuming that Chuck Schumer, or President of the United States, Chuck Schumer is not involved in this story at all, but I think he should involve himself and say something. So, but back to Chuck Todd. So Chuck Todd's mother, I'm assuming she's a wonderful human being. I would love to know about a little bit more about Chuck Todd's mother and have a conversation. Maybe Chuck Todd and his mother can sit down and talk about the Enough campaign, females, raising a son, what the situation is. Just have a whole segment, like a whole week about, mothers and sons and having that dialogue. I think that could transform darkness into light and address the issue. So first of all, we're going to talk about the word bitch. So what is a bitch? A bitch is a female dog that has had its pups, so it's extremely protective of its pups. It does not let you touch them. Because it doesn't know what you have, just like a regular mother would. A regular mother has doctors and nurses and a husband. A bitch doesn't have anybody. Oftentimes it's, the dog is out there and be like, whatever, I'm done. Not even I'm done. I was like, I was done 9 months ago. Is it 9 months, 6 months? I forget. The moral of the story is we cannot go around randomly calling women bitches. So first and foremost, the word bitch. Is it a positive or a negative word at its core? I personally see it as a positive word. I love being called a bitch. It's an amazing, congratulatory, wonderful thing. That means that you're extremely protective over children, and also it means that you're willing to for them. So yes, I love the term bitch. Now, son of a bitch, now the president is not really insulting because he's really, if Chuck Todd is the son of a bitch, that means he's a pup. Right? So, and that's a cute, like who hates a pup? You know what I mean? Like that's a cute, innocent little pup. So Chuck Todd is the pup. So the president's not really insulting. First of all, the president is insulting people. I can't believe sometimes it's so difficult to watch television. I don't watch the news because every time they talk about, even with Saturday Night Live, I love Saturday Night Live. Anybody that knows me, there's jokes that just fly over my head and I'm like, because they're addressing that person, and it's like, oh, that person, I just can't. That's too much of that person. Can we impeach him or evict him or do something to, can we just all show up to Washington D.C. Everybody that is like, no, listen, I want my vote to really, really, really count. Okay? Can we just all show up to Washington D.C. or stop working or something? I don't know. If we all showed up to Washington D.C. and will Washington D.C. start sinking into the sea, that would be horrible. So what do we do? What do we do? So it's just, to me, the pomposity that we're having to address, a random human being being called a bitch by the president of the United States is just like, what is going on? I understand. I know what's going on. What's going on is that, the light of the creator has decided to manifest. It's like a Freddy Krueger. It's like the Freddy Krueger for humanity. You want to fight all your fears? Well, I'm going to put them all in one person. So Donald Trump is our Freddy Krueger. So how do we fight Freddy Krueger? I think, or Donald Trump, or Dennis Robinson, whatever his name, Dennis Leary. Oh, no, not Dennis Leary. Poor Dennis Leary. Let's not drag him into this. But maybe Dennis Leary does have something to say about this, because I remember his rants and I love his rants. So what about the president? Maybe we need a Dennis Leary rant. I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful eternity. Special love for Chuck Todd's mother, who I have no idea who she is, but I send her love. I too call her a bitch. I too call Chuck Todd a son of a bitch because he has a cute puppy face. You know, I mean, come on, who doesn't love Chuck Todd? Just look at him, he's got the cute puppy face. You know, and I call her a bitch in the consciousness that a bitch is extremely protective over children and humanity, and perhaps Chuck Todd too is a bitch, and because I understand Chuck Todd has children, so I understand perhaps Chuck Todd as well as protective over children. So save the children, an organization that is benefiting children all throughout the world. SaveTheChildren.org. That's the moral of the story. I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful eternity.